how would you like to be king? Just one small, tiny little catch, though. It's going to be for like 20 minutes. But a hell of a 20 minutes, no doubt. Tonight on Deep Bad Friday, we learn of 5 of the shortest reigns in history.
Deep Bad Friday!
Boom. 5 shortest reigns in history.
I bet there's some pathetic ones because I know that like this whole like secession stuff can be messy and murderous and shit. And I bet there's some like absolutely pathetic reigns tonight.
Yes, there are definitely pathetic ones. I mean, not all of them, but some for sure. How about the shortest reigning pope?
The shortest reigning pope.
Pope Urban VII.
Pope Urban VII. Sorry, I'm just gonna be your backup.
Died
Just gonna sing
just
everything.
13 days after being appointed as pope.
He died in 13 days.
The shortest ever papacy.
Shortest ever papacy.
13 days. I mean, dude,
All right,
that
I'm
sucks,
gonna stop
man.
now. But that was
That
was that bit. 13 days as pope is not very long.
You only get to be
that's
the
true.
pope for 13 fucking days. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's not great.
I mean, you'd hope it'd be longer.
I mean, well, so wait, like that's the problem with you. Always want to elect some old motherfucker to be pope. You know, it's like you're asking for it.
Yeah, same thing with U.S. politics.
What about
at
a
this point.
young, fresh-faced pope? You know what I mean?
No, because you have to spend your whole life accumulating power.
No,
TJ. It doesn't work that
You know what
way.
they need to do? They're stupid about it. You get the fucking rich old dude to sponsor some fucking young dude that's like fake idealist. Like get you an Obama that you can pretend like, yeah, he's like, wow, fresh ideas, fresh face, and then
Well, the world
he's under my control.
Look, the world needs more Tywin Lannisters, but we don't have.
I guess.
Yeah. So when Sixtus V died in 1590.
Sixtus V is a confusing name. I just want to say.
Oh, that dude, that is a dope name, dude. Sixtus V. Oh my
Sixtus
God,
the
that's
Fifth.
so great.
It's confusing.
They died in
Sevenus the Eighth.
1890.
Ugh, I hate
The
it.
conclave elected Cardinal Castana as Pope Urban VII. Urban had a great reputation as a man of piety, prudence, and decency.
Oh,
And so the people were full of hope that Urban would be a wonderful pope. Yes, a pious man, a prudent man.
Piety, prudence, and decency.
It was not to be. His first couple days, he made a list of all the poor in Rome so that he might help them, gave extra cash to cardinals with insufficient means, and ordered the bakers of Rome to bake larger loaves and sell them more cheaply,
that's right.
covering any losses out of his own pocket. That's why this guy only lasted 13 days. But sadly, after just a few days in office, and even before his papal coronation, he became gravely ill, and after just 13 days, died.
Poisoned for sure.
Oh, dude, he was gotten right off.
100% poisoned. 100%. Someone was like, I don't like this. Nope. What is he doing? What is he doing? Kill him.
He's upending the social structure. Tragically, this pope has died. It's like, come on. They probably just thought they elected someone who's going to play ball, and when they realized he didn't,
He was like, let's help the poor. Bake larger bread loaves for the poor.
now this one I think Paul will love.
Oh, he's gravely ill. Oh, no.
About Swain Fordbeard, or Forkbeard, excuse me.
Swain full. This is what my beard wants to do, by the way. I think I just
Mine
need to like
too.
start letting it.
Mine
It just
too.
wants
Mine like it's developing this like forked thing as I go. When I wake up in the morning, this is what it looks like. It's like forks itself right down the middle.
Hey, if you want to go conquer England, you can make it known as
Yeah.
Paul Forkbeard then.
Mine does that too. Just like wants to do that super bad. I try to
let
make it one though, because I'm
Just
just
let
like,
it.
fuck that.
Captain Lou Albano, that shit, dude, and put some fucking rubber bands.
Yeah,
around
put
it.
some fucking ridiculous rubber bands and shit.
Become TJ Forkbeard.
Fuck bad McTeacher. I need that hat. Is what I need. Anyway,
Swain Forkbeard, England's forgotten king.
dude, I love
Ruled
his first
for
name
just
is
about
Swain. I'm sorry.
just about 5 weeks, TJ. All I got. Well, it's actually 40 days, but there you go.
And 40 nights.
He was declared king of England on Christmas Day. What a nice day to be coronated, or at least declared king. I guess, I don't know. He wasn't coronated, but he was declared
Declare.
in
Yeah.
1013 and ruled until his death on the 3rd of February, 1014. Didn't make it too long. Although he was never crowned.
Damn, didn't even get to the crowning.
So Forkbeard here was known as Forkbeard. Of course, I'm sure you know why, due to his long cleft
You can
beard.
see, yeah.
He was the son of Harold Bluetooth, king of Denmark,
Damn.
and was born around 960 AD.
Dude had Bluetooth fucking centuries before it even came out.
Oh, he
Wait,
did.
Am
Yes,
I wrong that this dude kind of has my nose too? Look at him. Look at that
Look
profile.
down more. Look down a little bit more. Okay, now, actually, you know what? Angle your head up.
Angle it up and turn more
but
towards
kinda
us.
like turn a little bit more towards us.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Your nostril. The main difference is he has more of a crook in his nose
Yeah,
and he has a
it-
bigger nostril.
He has the crook, but like, yeah, the nostril flare is pretty similar.
Dude, maybe
A
maybe
Viking
I'm
warrior.
related to Fork Beard.
Maybe.
Could be.
You have English ancestry, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah, he could be.
You never know.
You never fucking
You
know.
never fucking know.
Fork Beard Parky.
So even though he was a Viking warrior, he was baptized as a Christian because his father had converted to Christianity. So he was a Christian Viking.
Ugh.
So it's still okay to be a Viking.
That's why he
He
was
was
killed. He
Christian.
betrayed the gods. Betrayed the gods.
Despite this, though, Sweyn was a brutal man who lived in a brutal time. He was a violent warlord and warrior. He started his life of violence with a campaign against his own father. In around 986 AD, Forkbeard here and his allies, Palanatok or Palantok, I don't know how you say his name, attacked and deposed Harold. Of course, got to get rid of your dad.
Get out of here, Dad.
He's more
Son of
like
a
me
bitch.
every day. I hate my dad too.
Then Forkbeard then turned his attention to England, and in the early 990s, led a campaign of fear and destruction, laying waste to large areas of the country. Because why not?
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, fuck, you got the forces. Ethelred the Unready, meaning ill-advised or no counsel, was king of England at the time. That doesn't sound good. Ethelred the Unready. He decided to pay Sven to return to Denmark and leave the country in peace. Attacks which became known as Dangold or Dangild. Fucking weird shit.
Dane
Of course, this didn't really work out in the long term because, I mean, if they know they can conquer you and the only thing stopping them is money, why not just have all your money?
like once I conquer you, I get all your money. So,
Yeah. So the Danes continued raiding the north of England on a smaller scale. And some even began to settle there, or I guess we'd call colonize. Ethelred was persuaded that in order to protect England, he would have to get rid of the land, rid the land of these Danish settlers. Well, no shit. On St. Bryce's Day, November 13th, 1002, Ethelred ordered a general massacre of all Danes in England, including men, women, and children.
Damn.
Amongst those killed was Sweyn's sister, Gundulhide.
it's Gunhilda.
Oh, Gunhilda, sorry.
Yep.
Gundulhide.
I don't know.
Gundulhide.
I don't know, dude. You know me and these fucking...
Gundulhide!
I think that's what I wanted it to be. Gundulhide.
He killed Gundulhide. A name that no human being has ever had in history.
I don't know. I want that to be the name. I saw Gun. I'm like, Gunhide, whatever. Gunhilda. Of course, you know, Sweyn is not going to take that. I mean,
Swain's like, you
Killed
killed my
my
sister,
fucking
bitch.
sister.
No, that's not
he
flying.
swore fucking revenge. In 1003, of course, he was back in England with an invading force. I mean, you just can't kill the fucking king's sister. It's not going to work. His attacks were on an unprecedented scale, his forces pillaging and plundering without mercy. Such was the devastation that King Ethelred again paid off the Danes in order to gain respite for the terrified populace. The raids continued off and on until 1013, when Sweyn returned to invade once more, landing this time in Sandwich in modern-day Kent. Landed at Sandwich. He, of course, rampaged through England, terrified, and made everyone submit to him, of course. I mean, he's a warlord. Finally, it turned his attention to London, which proved a little more difficult to subdue, obviously. More people, probably better defenses. At first, Ethelred and his ally, Thorkel, the Tall, held their ground against him, but soon the people began to fear severe reprisals if they did not submit. Disillusioned with their ineffective king, the English earls reluctantly declared Sven king, and Ethelred fled into exile, first to the Isle of Wight, then to Normandy. Of course, we already know this. He was proclaimed king on Christmas Day 1013, but his reign only lasted a matter of weeks. He died suddenly at the capital, Gainsborough in Lincolnshire. On February 3rd, 1014, Sven was buried in England, and his body was later removed to Roskilde Cathedral in Denmark.
Died suddenly of what?
Okay, now we're going
An
to get to
axe
that.
to the head?
A lot of speculation. One account describes him falling from his horse. Another, he died of apoplexy, which is like a stroke or some kind of neurological condition. But of course, this is the most plausible one. I think you guys will agree with me too.
Poison.
Yeah, but a later legend had him murdered in his sleep by Saint Edmund himself.
What?
Yeah, Saint Edmund.
Saint Edmund showed
Edmund?
up and fucking strangled him in his sleep.
Yeah, he was a guy who was actually Saint Edmund was a martyr by the Vikings in the 9th century.
Damn.
It was like Saint Edmund's revenge, dude.
Saint Edmund appeared,
Killed him.
killed. He's like, "You are not the true king,
Fuck
for
you,
you are a
fuck, dude."
Dane." And then he killed him, and then he's like, his ghost vanishes again, right?
It is said that Edmund returned from the grave in the dead of night during Candlemas and killed him with a spear.
Oh. The king's been murdered with a spear.
I mean,
it must have been
a dead
Saint
guy.
Edmund.
Dead guy came back and killed him. I mean, that seems very plausible to me. I mean, it was a long time ago, and like dead people could rise up again and shit.
I mean, he fell from his horse. I mean, he died of apoplexy. I mean, I don't know. The important thing is he's dead.
Probably murdered, if we're just being honest. I mean, look, that's probably what happened.
No one wanted him to be king. They made him king because they were scared. And obviously, as soon as shit settled down enough to fucking have him assassinated, that's what they did.
Yeah, naturally.
Clearly.
Clearly.
This is King Louis the 19th.
Cool.
Died of douchebaggery.
What are you talking about? This dude looks nice.
Nah. Looks like a
friendly dude. Looks like a friendly dude, Paul.
Nah, looks like a douche.
Like a dude that would offer you a cup
In
of tea.
August 1830, Louis Antoine of France, the last Dauphin, or heir apparent, ascended the French throne as King Louis the 19th, succeeding his father, Charles the 10th. Or is that the 20th? I think
That's the 10th.
It's the 10th. Okay.
It says the 10th.
Well, yeah, you know, TJ, you always question me, so I'm always doubting myself now.
1x is 10.
All right, TJ, you sure?
Yeah.
You positive?
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure I got it right for you. That's right. Is it right, TJ?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, thank you. Within 20 minutes, however, Louis Antoine also abdicated, making him the shortest reigning monarch in history. Got a whole 20 minutes.
20 minutes long.
Yeah, 20 minutes. That's not bad, right? He was king for 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's just like, you can be king. It's like, I don't really want to fucking.
Well, look, this was a very tumultuous time in France, so it wasn't like it really wasn't a great thing to be the king at this point.
Oh, so it's
Was
like,
he a
no.
Habsburg?
I'm not sure about
He
that.
looks
but
like
it was after.
I'll look it
He
up.
might
What's
have
his name
been.
again? He's Louis the 10th.
Yeah,
King Louis the 19th.
the 19th.
Okay, I'll look it up because he's got the
XIX.
Habsburg jaw a little bit.
So, of course, he agreed to abdicate. The rights of succession meant that he was king once his father had signed his own abdication papers during the July Revolution of 1830. While Louis Antoine pondered signing the abdication documents, he listened to his wife's arguments not to sign or retain his role as king in what was considered to be an incredibly unpopular monarchy. But he eventually acquiesced and signed the papers. Although he never truly ruled over France, some of his followers never recognized the abdication as being legal and considered his father, Charles X, and then Louis to be the true kings of France until their respective deaths. So, I mean, obviously 20 minutes, it was like his father was basically forced to abdicate. He's like, oh, shit, my dad doesn't want this job. He immediately abdicates. I mean,
It
there's a lot
sounds like
more-
there was like pressure coming from other powerful people.
Well,
Like,
so
you need to
this is
fucking abdicate this
post-French
throne.
Revolution, so
Right. Get out of here. You need to go. You need to go. You need to go. Abdicate.
Yeah.
Abdicate. Abdicate. Get
I think
out.
they all remember what happened to the last monarchy. So,
Right.
I mean, if French history gets very complicated with that, but yeah, the monarchy did try to return in France.
Pussies. Fucking pussies.
How about Emperor
dude?
Yuan Shikai,
Damn.
the Empire of China?
This dude has got fashion sense.
Emperor for 101 days.
That I don't even normally like mustaches. That's a dope ass mustache. That's a dope ass uniform. Everything looks cool. I like this guy. 110 days. Huh?
That hat is killing.
101 days.
101 days. Sorry.
That
101
hat's killing.
Dalmatians.
Look at that hat.
That hat, yeah, the big old fucking
Give me that
the
fucking
feather
hat.
on top. Yeah.
Or
Give
a
me those
splendid hat.
epaulets. I love the epaulets too, man. I got to get some fucking frilly epaulets. I'm bringing it back.
Bring back, yeah, because if it's going to be brought back, it might as well be by you, Paul. Bring back the epaulette.
Fork the beard, bring back the epaulet. Let's do
Hell
it.
yeah.
I mean, look, if you're going to declare yourself emperor, I mean, you got to look the part.
Yeah, you can. What are you going to be, emperor in a t-shirt?
So
You can't do that.
China, as you guys probably know, had been ruled for centuries by successive dynasties of emperors. But by the later 19th century, their days seemed to be almost done. The country was run on Confucian principles, which did not value change and progress, but stressed stability and peaceful harmony under rulers who enjoyed the mandate of heaven. As the Western powers and Japan increasingly interfered in China, however, the divine mandate seemed to have been forfeit. Even the formidable Empress Dowager Sushi felt forced to make concessions. Forced to make concessions to foreigners before her death in 1908, and rebellion against her successor in 1911 turned China into a republic.
China's always being things, man. You know how it is.
An assembly of delegates declared Sun Yat-sen. Yeah, next picture, TJ. That's actually the same guy, Yuan Shikai. Move on to the next
this
one.
Is him looking more casual, whatever.
Yeah, this is just like his head on down to McDonald's and pick up a double.
It's in the wrong spot, I guess. You go forward one more, TJ.
All right.
Okay, this is actually the right one.
Okay.
Leader of the Kuomintang Party, provisional president of the Republic, but he soon found himself in conflict with a powerful figure, which is our guy, the Emperor Yuan Shikai. Yuan has started his career in the army and showed himself exceptionally competent, self-confident, and ambitious. He had then risen to a high position under the Empress Dowager, and he was now in command of the country's principal military force. And in 1912, Sun Yat-sen, fearing civil war, made a deal with him. Yuan ordered the 6-year-old emperor to abdicate, which, I mean, the emperor's 6. What power do they really have? Which he did. Sun resigned as president, and Yuan replaced him the following day.
Dope.
And he was acceptable to the country's conservatives, and of course, crucially, to the army. He was basically just keeping the peace. Now at age 53, it was his job to stop the country falling apart. And they had some minor, little, small problems. The government had run out of money.
That is a problem.
You know, that's a big deal, right? You know, we ain't got no money. The Chinese provinces.
That's problem number one if you're an emperor.
that's
the
a bad problem.
broke.
All right, so you're the emperor and stuff, but so just so you know, we're broke.
Sounds like a Disney movie.
Broke. Yeah.
The broke emperor.
Well, at first, I think he was seen more as like a president. Like he was going to be the leader of the country, not the emperor of the country.
Gotcha.
Too. So they had run out of money. Chinese provinces were largely under the control of local warlords, and the Republic's National Assembly spent its time arguing and quarreling. So basically, the government ain't doing shit. The Kuomintang, which had a majority in the assembly, kept opposing Yuan's plans until he allegedly organized the murder of the party's chairman, effectively silenced the assembly. He operated increasingly as a dictator with military support. And in 1913, a rebellion broke out against him in the southern provinces, which he put down by force. So basically what they were doing, arguing, was that he wanted to be the emperor. Yeah, so they were like, wait a minute, we didn't agree for you to be emperor. He's like, no, I'm going to be the emperor.
I'm going to be emperor now. It's fine.
With fucking get up, though, he needs to get some epaulets.
See, this guy is Sun Yat-sen. So not him.
Not this guy. This is the guy before.
Why don't you go back one, TJ, so we can see who we're talking about here.
Okay.
So this is a different guy than the first guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was actually the leader of the actual president of China at the time.
Okay.
Sun Yat-sen. So, of course, he starts operating the country more like a military dictator because, like, he's a military guy. Of course, he's going to be like, we got to use force. Hammer and nail problem. Sun Yat-sen prudently withdrew to Japan, was exiled, while Yuan's regime continued to in power in Beijing, which, of course, that's still the center of power in China today. In 1915, he proclaimed a new Chinese empire with, of course, himself as emperor.
Beautiful.
Empire's coming back, baby. Back in a big way. Unfortunately for him, that was too much even for his conservative and military supporters, and your opinion turned against him. Like, look, we really like you. But it's kind of like, it goes back to like the Roman Empire, like Julius Caesar, I am the emperor, and who followed him really. Augustus Caesar, who was the first citizen of Rome. Perceptual problem for sure. Like when this guy could have been emperor in all but name and enjoyed the same lifestyle, but saying, hey, I'm the emperor. Like,
it was just too much. They're like, we don't want,
kind of stuff we didn't want an emperor, dude.
Yeah, we decided we don't like that.
Strong man, that's fine. People that dominate our lives, take away our freedom, fine. But you can't call yourself.
You promised to be just an authoritarian dictator. We never said you could be emperor, right?
Yeah, come on.
I mean, brutally squash us, crush our bones beneath your boot heel, and fucking make the streets run red with the blood of your enemies. That's fine. We understand that. But calling yourself emperor, that is a bridge too far, sir.
Of course.
Too much.
So armed rebellions broke out in the provinces, and in March 1916, he abolished his new empire. He's like, I gotta scrap the empire.
So basically, this is like, never mind.
He still remained president of the Republic, or so he maintained, until he died 3 months later in Beijing at the age of 56. There would be more civil war until Sun Yat-sen formed an alliance with the Communist Party and made himself effectively the ruler of China until his death in 1925.
Yeah.
I know that's more into Chinese history.
The answer was communism all along.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got to ally with somebody. The military, oh, how about communists?
That was what brought stability. Just go to that.
Sometimes it is. So this is the Lady Jane Grey.
This is an alien disguised as a human being.
Okay, maybe so. And she is tragically remembered in British history as the monarch with the shortest reign, just 9 days.
I mean,
Only got to be queen.
She only had a 9-day mission. So
she was queen
on this planet
from July 10th, 1553 to July 19th, 1550.
Okay.
Not too long. But hey, she got to be queen for 9 days. It's more than I've ever been.
Good enough, I guess. I don't know.
How long have you been king for, TJ?
Never.
There
Not
you
even
go.
for a minute. Not even for a second.
I mean, so 9 days I'll take,
better than 9 days better
Dude,
than my
I'm
fucking
a king.
batting
What are you
average.
talking about? You're not a king?
Mm-mm. No, you're a king?
Yeah.
King of what?
What are you the king of? Yeah.
Wherever I'm sitting.
Oh,
The king of this chair right now.
Is that the throne of humanity?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
is it?
I've done some changes to it, but yeah. Sharp eye.
Some
TJ,
alterations.
Sharp eye.
Reupholstered. Yeah, I can tell a reupholstered throne of humanity when I see one.
There it is.
We got to update it.
I know it, and I only know it from the descriptions that I heard.
Of course.
Sources.
So Henry VIII had a very sickly son named Edward VI. He died.
How the fuck do all these monarchs? Wait, I don't understand how do you fucking
Inbreeding.
when you're Henry VIII? How do you have a son named Edward VI? I thought that you'd have to.
No, it doesn't always work that way.
I didn't know that.
Nope.
I thought if you're Edward VI,
You'd have to
your dad
understand
was Edward the fucking.
You'd have to go back and understand all the bloodlines in England.
You just blew my mind with that alone. I'd fucking only just now realize this. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I probably am.
Well, it goes back based on other kings they've had too.
Okay.
And they're all, dude. A lot of these kings are all related.
I knew popes worked like that. I didn't know the kings worked like that. But okay.
Of course, the system of nobility definitely worked very similarly.
Well, they're a bunch of inbred fucking fucks. I can't believe what'd you call them? Habsburgs?
The Habsburg jaw. Well, the Habsburgs were very
more like Hatfields and fucking McCoys. These fucking goddamn redneck motherfuckers. Acting like look at this bitch. This is not a normal human being. Look at her.
So
some weird shit going on. She's fucking so pale.
Dude, you know what she looks like?
I've seen sheets of fucking paper more tan than that shit.
She looks like the aliens the Chinese were fucking in the orgy episode.
You're right. This is one of them Chinese orgy aliens, dude.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Jeepers creepers.
Well, at least I was able to. It's kind of a throwback to the first mini-set we ever did.
Which is what?
Supernatural Sex.
Oh, right.
Wasn't that one of the first ones ever came out?
That's true.
No, the first one came out was
yeah.
Living Like a Rock Star came out first. With Johnny
okay, well, whatever. Well, in my mind, the first one is Sex with Aliens or whatever.
Cool.
So Edward VI died. And of course, many Protestants feared the crown, would pass to his Catholic half-sister Mary. Can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Edward VI had come to the throne himself just at 9 years old.
Yeah, that's not.
And the powerful John Dudley. It's good to know at one point someone named Dudley was powerful. Earl of Warwick and later himself Duke of Northumberland soon positioned himself.
Duke of Northumberland. I love it.
I know these fucking nobility titles. Soon positioned himself as Edward's effective regent. Fearing he was to lose control of the crown, Dudley plotted to have Lady Jane Grey, a cousin of Edward VI, put onto the throne. To ensure his place at court, he forced Jane to marry his son. Grey reportedly fainted when told she was queen. So basically, she was forced to be queen.
I am Lord Paul Poobottom.
Archduke of Shingleville.
Archduke of Sillyshire.
I don't understand. I saw you read this paragraph of text, and I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Wait, so just like lay this out to me in fucking basic English. What's going on here?
You know who Henry VIII is?
Right. Yeah, Henry VIII.
Okay, so he had his
son, Edward
his
VI.
only male issue, his male heir, was Edward VI. That survived.
The only surviving male heir, Edward VI.
That's a legitimate heir.
Gotcha.
He died.
He dies. So he didn't really survive. He's dead.
Yeah, he died at the age of like 14.
So he's garbage. Throw him in the trash. Next.
Yeah, he's dead.
So then what happened?
So basically what happens is this guy, John Dudley, is like, oh shit, I'm controlling the country through basically his claim to the throne being Henry VIII's son. So now that he's dead, my position effectively is gone. Like I'm not the legitimate heir of the country.
Okay, so
he was the steward of because like the
Okay,
king
he was
was
the
too
king.
young.
Oh, okay. So the king dies. His son's a sickly fucking shitbag.
Well, Henry VIII dies. His son's sickly. He dies.
Right, and
He's
then John
controlled by-
Dudley, who's like the one who's the power behind
basically
the
the
throne,
Tywin Lannister, yes.
is like, oh fuck, now I got no fucking
All right,
legitimate
Lady
claim
Jane
to control
Grey,
shit.
you're related to him. Yeah, you're marrying my kid. Yeah, it's all good. You're the queen
Ah.
now.
Okay,
Does it all make sense to you now?
right, I got it. Okay, thanks.
Many historians believe that Mary had intended to pardon her younger cousin, but it's kind of obvious she wasn't the fucking mastermind behind this shit. But Jane's fathers foolishly took part in the rebellion, which escalated things. It was like, your family is kind of involved against my family now. So
I mean, yeah, dude, if you rebel against somebody's family, it's kind of hard to make amends if you lose. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's not great. As a consequence, Jane became too much of a risk to live and was executed when she was just 16 years old. Another reason why she was definitely a pawn. She was 16.
I mean, yeah, dude, she was just, dude, this type of shit. You know what it reminds me of? That game I fucking play, Crusader Kings. Like this is called a secession crisis in this game. Like where, like, dude, all my vassals will love me. They'll be like, oh, the great and wise, benevolent King Henry. And then I'll die, right? Of old age at 70. And my son takes over and they're like, the heretical weasel, Henry IV. You know what I mean? Like the dude's son is immediately hated by everybody because they see an option for their line to take over the. You know what I mean?
It's like, the throne is vacated, so now it's like, well, I mean, it's like Game of Thrones, right? They're like, oh shit, the power is up for grabs. Maybe we could get one of our own in there.
Right.
And of course, there's a big religious division, and that's when we end up getting Queen Mary, who basically, like, at first, like, no, Lady Jane. It's kind of like, what? And of course, the Lady Mary at the time was way more popular and known throughout England, still an illegitimate heir, obviously, of Henry VIII. So it was like, okay, no, we want her. So they just fucking swept into power. That's why they give it this 9 reign day, because this guy was basically able to hold on to power for 9 additional days before. It was like, nope. We want a Catholic.
And you know what sucks?
There's a fucked up fate here too. Like,
no, because like you were just someone's fucking pawn in their dumb game. You didn't even want to do it. And now it's like, well, you got to get your head chopped off.
It makes sense that they have to kill her, because if they just exile her or whatever, some opponent of theirs could fucking find her in exile.
Well, the Protestants
a
in the
bunch
country
of fucking nobles behind her cause and say, "Oh, she's the true queen. She's back," and then it's fucked.
Yeah.
So you
pretty much you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. And these times, that's the only thing people understood is like, no, they're opposition, so you're killing them as a sign that if you fuck with me, that's what's gonna happen to you.
And not only that, but like now she's no longer there to be like she is the true queen or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
so
and obviously she'd be a representation to a lot
and
of
you know what else
Protestants.
sucks is you got to get killed by a dork wearing fucking tights. That sucks ass. Look at him.
Yeah, he is a dork.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, look at that fucking geek they got killing you. His shit don't even match. Look, his fucking shit, his fucking pants are fucking maroon, and the rest, and he's got brown and black and fucking orange.
At least she's blindfolded, so she doesn't have to look at that shit.
Yeah, she doesn't have to know. Like, please tell me the guy swinging the axe isn't wearing fucking lame ass maroon tights. Like, no,
she can imagine in her head that it's like a big burly dude with a black leather hood on and a big mean looking axe. She doesn't know that Ponce de Leon is beheading her.
Yeah. Okay, stay still.
What is going on with this fucking one? Is that who's that behind her that's like passed out or just like? Are they dead? Are they chilling? Are they grieving?
Her ladies in waiting. Yeah,
waiting.
Yeah, are they
weeping.
slated to get chopped up next, or what's
Probably.
going on?
No, they're just in grief, probably because she's going to be killed.
Right.
I mean, I'd imagine that like in these instances, they might be killed. Like being close to the queen might be enough. They don't want you talking. They don't want you rabble rousing about what's going on.
It could be.
So they may be next up at the fucking block over here.
Yeah, that could.
And they don't have blindfolds on, so they know it's Ponce killing them. That's the worst.
Well, they're not nobility, so they feel like, okay, look, you're nobility, get blindfolded. You don't get to know when it's coming. So it's kind of worse in a way, but I guess you don't have to see it. According to the account of her execution given in the anonymous Chronicle of Queen Jane and of 2 years of Queen Mary, which formed the basis of Raphael Holdenshed's depiction, Jane gave a speech upon ascending the scaffold. Of course, this is very apocryphal, and who the fuck knows what happened? Probably not, but whatever. We'll read it anyways. Good people, I come hither to die, and by law I am condemned to the same. The fact and deed against the Queen's Highness was unlawful, and the consenting thereunto by me. But touching the procurement and desire thereof by me on my behalf, I do wash my hands thereof in innocency before God and the face of you, good Christian people, this day.
No one said that.
Yeah, no one fucking made that speech.
No one said that shit.
Somebody wrote it, but it certainly didn't come out of the mouth of a fucking 16-year-old pawn and
About to get her head
Right.
chopped off.
Mm-mm.
You know, I don't buy it.
Queen for 9 days, though. A claim no one on this show can make.
The greatest queen of all.
I'm
Anyway,
glad
yeah.
I'm not like queen for
Yeah.
9 days if this is how it ends.
Yeah, that one doesn't seem like that great of a. Doesn't really seem like much of a bragging right. It seems like I was a pawn and then I was murdered. The end.
All right, that's all, folks.
Shortest reigns. Let us know what you think.
Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried. Deep fat fried.